Good morning. This is for the South Africans who are going to be entering the United States. This is just a public service announcement. I just wanted to make you aware that the Black people who were students during apartheid, we're grandmas and grandpas now, and we have the ear of Gen Z. One more thing. I also want to let you know that our president, he has Secret Service. And you will not. I also want to tell you that Black people over here are empowered. These are just public service announcements. When you get here, sit your ass down and don't touch nothing. Because you don't have Secret Service. Okay. Now have the day you deserve.
So as many of you guys know by now, yesterday was my birthday. And on my birthday, I always like to do some self-reflecting. And I was just thinking about how beautiful life is. How cool it is that as we get older, no matter how old we get, we still learn new things every day. We keep getting older, but there's still new things to learn. For example, I just turned 34, but within the past couple of days, I just learned that the left is anti-immigration as long as the immigrants are white. I just learned that the left is totally against bringing in refugees when the refugees are white. And all it took was for 59 white refugees to come into America for the left and for all of these pro-immigration people to totally flip the script. All it took was for 59 white people to come into this country, for these people to go full mask off, for these people to show their true colors. And now we know for a fact that they care nothing about immigrants. They care nothing about refugees. I guess the theories about replacing white people are true. Because as soon as some immigrants or refugees come into this country that are white, all of a sudden these people are throwing a complete conniption fit. These people are going absolutely berserk, absolutely insane all over the internet. Not because of thousands upon thousands of people are being flooded into our country from violent areas, but because people who were actually escaping violence because over in South Africa, and they want things to be this way here in America, and they will be this way here in America if we don't pay attention and do something about it. But over in South Africa, they're killing and they're R-wording white people left and right. They're singing songs about it. They're proud about it. So when these white people come to America, all of a sudden, all of the pro-immigration people who love MS-13, they love the Haitian cannibals. Oh boy, now they have a problem because white people are coming in. And look, just like the clip that I showed you guys at the beginning of this video. Now portions, not all, I always got to be careful, not all, but some. Now portions of the Black community are all up in arms about this. And once again, they're proving the stereotypes to be true. Because out of nowhere, for no reason, these South Africans have done nothing to nobody. There's only 59 of them, people. There's only 59 that came. Meanwhile, the Black community is all over the internet uploading videos about how they're going to hurt, they're going to beat up, they're going to attack, possibly unalive all of the white South Africans just for no apparent reason. I mean, the woman that you watched at the beginning of this video is someone's mother. She's someone's grandma. I want you to think real quick. Stop what you're doing and think. You have a mom, you have a grandma, Maybe you're a grandma yourself. Shout out to all my gifts. You know I love you. What are the grandmas out there doing, right? They're out there reading the church newsletter. Maybe they're cutting coupon clippings. Do they even have coupon clippings anymore? I don't know. They're whipping up some brownies, maybe a nice souffle. That's what normal white grandmas are doing right now. Meanwhile, over here in the black community, we have black grandmas uploading videos to TikTok talking about how they're going to encourage young black people to go out and hurt innocent white South Africans that just came to America. And if people think that this problem that we've been talking about in this community, that it's a youth problem, it's only an issue amongst the youth. But no, the woman that you just saw at the beginning of this video, she's the type of woman that are raising these Karmelo Anthonys. She's the type of woman that are raising these young men that are going out here committing all of these violent crimes. A grandma who should be doing grandma-like activities, but instead she's spending her grandma time on TikTok uploading videos talking about committing acts of violence against white South Africans. It's utterly insane. But this mental illness is put on full display every single day, and it gets tiring. It gets absolutely tiring. These are the same people that told us that Shiloh Hendricks saying the N-word was violence. But they want us to think that it's okay for white people to be unalived and R-worded in South Africa. That's not violence. But if you say the N-word, it's violence. Meanwhile, now we got grandmas calling the youth to arms, basically recording themselves admitting that they're going to talk younger people into doing horrible things against white people. And these are the type of videos that exist all over social media by the hundreds, by the thousands. Don't think that the videos I show you here on this channel are the only ones. No, these are just a few. If I showed you all the stuff that I'm exposed to, we would have to sit here 24 hours a day looking at all of this nonsense. But it's to be expected. And I always point this out. I'm going to point it out again here. The crazy part is, people will see clips like the one you just watched at the beginning of this video, and they will say nothing about it. Because it's a black person saying stuff like that, they won't even register in their mind how wrong it is, because black people are just given a free pass to say and do whatever they want. But then they'll come to my videos and they'll get mad at me for pointing out what that woman just said. It's kind of like Libs of TikTok. Have you guys ever heard of Libs of TikTok? All she does is share TikTok videos of what other people are saying. She shares other people's TikTok videos, and people freak out like she's a bad person when all she's doing is putting up a mirror. Hey, this is the crazy stuff you guys are saying on the internet. And that's all I'm doing here. People won't say a damn thing to that black woman who's literally talking about how she's going to talk the youth into beating up white people. They won't say anything to her, but they'll come to me like, oh my God, you racist. How dare you point out all of the crimes committed by black people? How dare you point out the videos of black people calling for all of this hateful stuff? So yeah, people are absolutely insane. But like I said, that clip, it's a dime a dozen. In fact, I have another one I want to show you real quickly. But first, if you guys support the channel, if you guys support someone calling this stuff out, because as I look around, not many people calling this stuff out. If you guys support it, consider supporting the channel in one of many ways. You could like the video, share the video, comment below, become part of the conversation, subscribe if you haven't already, and even if you are subscribed, make sure you have all of your notifications on. But if you want to take your support one step further, you could always donate via Cash App or Super Thanks. That is always greatly appreciated as well, especially when talking about topics like this one. But with that being said, let's go ahead and roll this clip really quickly, and then I'll be right back with more.
I need y'all to realize what Trump just did. He brought 8,000 white people out here from South Africa, not because they need refuge, not because they need asylum. It's because he knows these 8,000 white South African motherfuckers are racist. He knows they finna come over here and they're gonna be blatantly racist, thinking that they still in South Africa. But these 8,000 racist motherfuckers is gonna find out the hard way. They're gonna fuck around and find out. You can't talk that shit over here on our soil. So what's gonna happen is that these people are gonna start getting their ass whooped because they think it's okay to talk to us any old kind of way like they did out there in South Africa. Then we start lumping motherfuckers up because they don't know how to talk to black people in America. Oh, here comes another executive order. Here comes another executive order to protect white people, just like they do Asians, just like they do the Jewish. Watch what I tell you. All these racist white South Africans that were brought here to America are going to be talking that shit. A lot of them going to get lumped up. Then the news going to spread, oh my God, black people are hurting South Africans. This has to be racist. Executive order. I dare a black person to put their hands on another white person. It'll be considered a hate crime. Just watch. This is exactly what's happening. Remember, he wants chaos. This is how you create chaos.
As I pointed out earlier, ladies and gentlemen, all it took was for 59 white refugees to come in for these people to flip their wigs. They say not a word when tens of thousands of violent Somalians are pumped into our country. They say not a word when thousands of pet-eating, literal cannibal Haitians are brought into our country. They say nothing as MS-13 and all of these South American gangs flood into our country. And by the way, these South American gangs are wreaking havoc in the black communities. They're taking over the hood. They're taking over whole apartment complexes. And all of the little black gangs can do nothing about it because none of them are really organized. So Trandiagua, or whatever the hell these gangs' names are, they're coming in and taking over black neighborhoods like that. And all of the black gangsters that were all out on the corner acting tough, they're nowhere to be found. I'm telling you, these South American gangs are rolling right in and taking over all of the black territory in the hood and the areas that they're, sending these people to. And black people largely really don't really have much to say about that. But now, 59 white people. And you see, they have to over-exaggerate. It went from 59 white people to now it's 8,000. Mind you, this guy has no idea what he's talking about because he's throwing out fake numbers. He's also very ignorant, you can tell by the way he talks. But he's fully confident sitting here acting like he has a place in speaking on any of these issues. And my thing is, listen, I'm not a genius myself. But there's plenty of things that I don't talk about because I know, hey, like astrophysics. You're not going to see me sitting here talking about astrophysics, right? And just like I'm not going to sit here and talk about astrophysics, that guy shouldn't sit here and talk about really anything because mentally he's not capable of doing so. But you see how he just automatically labels all of them bigots and racists for no reason? Why? Just because they're white. Because in their eyes, you don't have to do anything racist. You don't have to do anything bigoted. Simply being white and existing is bigoted to them. And that's why these labels, these terms, they mean nothing. And those of you, those white people out there watching this video right now, who are still afraid to have these labels put on you, you got to lose that fear. Who cares? Who cares if they call you racist or a bigot? Who cares? Because they think you are one anyway, and they'll call you one anyway simply for existing and breathing and being white. So he talks about how bad and racist these people are, right? Mind you, the white South Africans are they're the ones fleeing because they're being killed and they're being attacked. So it's not racist what the black people are doing to them in South Africa. It's just racist because the South Africans are white, right? Forget all of the racist hatred that is being thrown at white people in South Africa. The white South Africans have to be racist because they're white. Meanwhile, they're literally fleeing South Africa because they're being killed. But none of that matters to these people. What matters is they want to sit online, they want to sit on social media, they want to share these videos around, fantasizing about beating up and hurting white people. These South Africans have nothing to do with the black community at all, but the black community is already coming up with like fake scenarios in their mind. Oh boy, wonder if I run into one of these white South Africans, I'm gonna bust their head in, and they better not talk to me like that. Like, shut the hell up. Do y'all not have anything better to do? Like, than to sit online coming up with these fantasies, coming up with fake scenarios in your head about what you would do if a white South African disrespects you? There's 59 of them that came to a country with hundreds of millions of people. And this is the meltdown we get. This is the meltdown we get over 59 people. Thousands upon thousands of people coming from all of these violent areas, sending their worst people imaginable. And this is the meltdown we get over 59 people. And I don't know how many of you all actually saw these immigrants, but it was amazing to see. Because instead of coming into America, just looking all crazy, acting all violent, demanding to be put up in high-rise hotels, demanding different food, demanding all of these things, instead of that, we saw some nice, civilized refugees. They walked right in. They were all nice families. Not fighting age men. Now, all of these other immigrants that are coming from everywhere else, you don't see many families anymore. All of these refugees are just fighting age men. So, what we saw here, this is what real immigration looks like. This is what it looks like when real refugees come into this country. Everything else we've been seeing, that's an invasion. What you've been seeing at the southern border, that's an invasion. That's not refugees. That's not immigration. That's an invasion force being pumped into our country. What you see with these South Africaners, or whatever you want to call them, this is what real refugees look like. This is what real immigrants look like. They came in peacefully. They're all smiling. They all look proud and happy to be here. They're waving their American flags. They're not waving the South African flag. Mind you, all of these people pouring in from all around the world, they want to come to America and make America where they came from. They want to come to America and wave their flags. They don't want to be proud Americans. These South Africans immediately, within the first 10 minutes, they're already smiling, they're all waving their flags, and they're all little families. And not a single one of them that you saw looks like, oh, I'm going to have to worry about them hurting my kids, or kidnapping old ladies off the streets, or kidnapping joggers as they're trying to go for their morning run, right? So yeah, it's kind of astounding to see how immigrants and refugees can look when they actually love this country. And, you know, my grandfather, he came here. My grandfather came to America from Germany shortly after World War II. And when he came to America, he was proud to be an American. He didn't live in America for 30 years without learning English. No, he immediately learned English. He joined the U.S. Army. And then after the Army, he worked on the railroad. He fit right into society. He became an American. Never growing up did I ever see him fly a single German flag. No, it was the American flag that was outside of our house. Because he came to America and was proud to be an American. And he busted his ass and he worked his whole entire life to feed his family and support his family. He did what any good American should do. Any good immigrant that comes to our country should do. So when I see all of these people coming here illegally who absolutely despise our country, I have no sympathy for them. But when I see people coming over here acting orderly, that came over here legally, that look like they're happy to be here, I welcome them in. But with all of that being said, I want to hear from you all down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.